I'm driving home from Oneonta. I hadn't eaten with my lady, and we're like, should we stop somewhere and get something to eat for this drive home? Because it was like a 4-hour drive home.
Right. Yeah.
So I drove up 4 hours to go, did the show a couple hours, and then 4 hours
back.
home. So it was like
beautiful drive, though, right?
Yeah, but it's a lot of driving, right? It's
8 hours,
night.
yeah.
So we're like, all right, let's just go to like a fast food thing. Like,
why the hell not?
We're about an hour and a half into the drive home, and we go on and we find out like a Wendy's just off the highway about a mile. So she's like, all right, let's go to this Wendy's. I'm like, all right. So I get off the highway, we're driving to it, and she goes, and she goes, I look at the thing, and it's 798 reviews or something like that. 1.5 stars.
On a Wendy's?
On a Wendy's. 1.5 out of 5, 790 something reviews.
That's
it was
great.
a Wendy's. I want to shout out exactly who it is. It was the Wendy's in Monticello.
Monticello.
So pull up the Google of the Wendy's in Monticello.
Wendy's in Monticello. There it is, yeah.
Can you click on like the Google thing and see?
Google reviews to the right?
So this was 1.5. Wherever I looked, it was 1.5. This says on Wendy's on Google, it says 756 reviews, 3 stars out of 5.
Which still is not good.
Still is not good. Whatever I looked on, we looked at it said 1.5. So I said, we were like, how could a Wendy's be 1.5?
Yeah, it's a corporate thing.
It was
yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning. We're like, we're going to go through the drive-through, so it can't be that bad. We're going to be the only people there. We get there, we're the only people there.
Sure.
I pull up.
Drive-thru's open.
Drive-thru's open.
Okay.
I pull up, and I'm reading the menu, and there's like these deals that they don't explain. It's like 4 for $4.44, choose 4. And I'm just like, hey, I was like, I don't know what this means, So the guy gets on, I go, hey, how you doing? I'll take a number, whatever. And then I go, and for the 4 for the 444, choose 4. I said, can I have the chicken? He's like, what are you talking about?
He said that to you?
Yeah. I go, what? He goes, it comes with the chicken. And I go, oh, all right. So like, I don't understand. Can I get the other thing? You pick 4 or whatever. And he's like talking to me like that, right? So I go, yeah, man, it's not clear. Like, I don't really know. Yeah. And he goes, yeah, you already get that. I was like, I don't understand it. So I go, just give me another one of these things. He goes, all right. I go, he goes, what do you want to drink with it? I go, can I get a water? He's like, you could. Oh. So I go, well, does it come with a water, the combo? He's like, it can come with a water. So I go, all right, so just give me just a bottle of water.
It's hilarious.
He goes, all right. So then I asked him another question, and he doesn't know the answer to it. So he goes, hold on. So he leaves. About a minute passes. Another guy comes on. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, the 444 thing. He's like, yeah, you got to do. And he explains it. It's a terrible experience thus far.
Right.
So I was like, all right. So we just end up choosing it. I drive around to the window. We're the only car there. So it's already like, all right, I guess that's what it is. Like, people don't know what they're talking about here.
Yeah.
We pull up to the drive-through window. You know those like the 2 glass windows that open up like this, like a bank teller?
Sure, yeah.
There is such a thick sheen of grease on that window that it almost looks like the people are like blurred out inside. Like you can't even see the people. That's how filthy the sheen of grease is on this window. So we see them through it, but they're like frosted. And there's only one, just
like
one guy.
Like a bathroom window.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
So I'm staring at the guy. I could barely see him. He's staring at me. He's doing his own thing in there. He's not addressing us. A few minutes go by.
A few minutes?
A few minutes, like 5.
At a Wendy's drive-thru at 1 a.m.?
I've already pulled up. We're the only ones there. I'm at the window. I'm not exaggerating. About 5 minutes passes.
Which is in eternity.
In eternity. Yeah. So I look at her. I'm like, is this weird to you? She goes, yeah. I go, like in New York, like you pull up. The lady's like, they
have the food, yeah.
And I get anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I'm like, how did you make this quick?
And I'm like, I want to check the bag to make sure it has everything. But they're like, and you have to move on.
Move on,
I'm like, I guess we're just used to like New York, whatever. So after about 5 minutes, the guy opens up the thing. He hands me 2 big seltzers. So I'm like, oh, hey. I said I ordered one seltzer and one water. So he's like, he goes, he gets a bottle of Dasani. He hands it to me, right? He hands me my change. It's $28 change plus like 70 cents. He just hands me $28, doesn't mention the coins.
Okay.
Then he hands me the receipt. I look. He charged me $1.29 for the Dasani, which is weird because he said it was included. He's like, it could be. I didn't know he was charging extra.
Yeah.
He doesn't give me the change. Yeah. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, so I take the Dasani. I'm
you
like,
make money. You could $1.29. It's like,
I just thought it was funny because he's like, it can be. So I was just like, it was such weird messaging. Yeah. So we laughed at that. Then I'm like, yeah, he's not even giving me the coins. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Right. So then he closes.
But you're closing on a house soon,
right?
You should. The coins. Right. I just want to tell you, don't spend money wildly. The coins could have been. If you need coins, I'll give you coins.
Yeah.
For the
Should I
house
have asked for
closing.
my change at a Prince?
You just closed on a house.
I should have asked at a Prince.
No, it's not about a Prince. It's just you closed on a house. You closed on a house.
Right.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You need the coins.
So he closes the thing again, right? This gets good now. Now I watched the same kid. By the way, the kid, he didn't look like he had a high IQ. I'll just put it like that. That's all. That's all.
He looked
Really.
like he was a Brendan Dassey from Making a
He
Murderer.
looked like he was slow on the uptake.
Hey, shout out slow people.
Yeah. No, I didn't say he was slow. I didn't mean that.
Shout
he was,
out looking like you're slow, but
I don't even think he was anything like challenged. I just think
shout out IQs under 100.
Yeah. I just think this guy was a low Q guy.
Low Q.
He's a low IQ guy.
Low IQ.
Like I'm not saying like he was challenged or anything like that or incapable, but I think he was just a dumb guy.
Shout out dummies.
Yeah. He walks over, and I'm watching through the window, and he walks over. We ordered 2 chicken sandwiches.
Ooh,
he
nice.
walks over to the fryer, and he takes his hand, and he puts it into the fryer, and he puts it into the oil. And he pulls out, with one fist, 2 pieces of chicken dripping with oil in his hand.
With no glove on.
With no glove. And then he just walks past that area, past us, and into the front area, puts the chicken on the thing, and then starts to get the accoutrements to make the chicken. And
gloveless.
I turned to my girlfriend and I said, did you just see that? She goes, yeah. I go, what did you think you just saw? And she goes, did he just put his hand in the fryer and take out both pieces of chicken? I go, that's what I saw. And she goes, it can't be like the oil. I go, I know, but he did it. I watched him do it. And she's like, I know. So we wait. I'm not kidding you. Another 5 minutes.
This is an eternity.
We're there 15 minutes now between the ordering and the waiting at the window. Still no one behind us. He comes back over. He gives us the bag. He opens the thing. He's got thick glasses. They're about this thick.
Right.
He goes to hand me this stuff. I said, can I ask you a question? She goes, don't. I go, no, but I'm not going to eat it if he touched it with his hands. I want to ask him. If he says yes, maybe we missaw him. So she goes, all right. He opens the door and he has the thing. He's just staring at me with his thick glasses. I go, can I ask you a question? He goes, yeah. I go, did you just take our chicken out with your bare hands from the fryer? He goes, yeah. I go, no. He goes, yes. I go, no. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And he's just staring at me. He doesn't say anything. He's still holding the bag out. And I go, you know you can't do that. And he's just holding the bag. And he still doesn't. I go, you can take that back. I'm not having that.
Yeah.
So he just takes it back. And I go, look, can I just have my money back? So he goes, hold on. He closes the greasy window. He leaves. He leaves for about 2 or 3 minutes. And he comes back with another guy. The guy that comes back is maybe 70 pounds.
Right.
He's got neck, nothing against him, but he's got neck. He comes over almost with the shakes. The guy. Yeah. And he's the representative of the boss of the other guy. He opens the thing. He goes, is there an issue? He was polite, but he was a little bit out of it. And I said, yeah, your boy, I said, just straight palmed both chicken cutlets out of the fryer direct.
Yeah.
I go, I've never seen anything like that. I can't put my mouth on that.
Yeah.
I was like, also, you shouldn't serve that oil anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry about that. So he closes the window and they're standing right there and he's talking to the guy and I hear him being like, blah, 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 blah. He's talking to him. And then he opens it again. And as he's opening, I hear him go, I'll just say that. Don't say anything or whatever. And then he opens it to me and he didn't know I'd catch that. And he goes, I had a word with him. So I was like, all right. And he goes, just keep the seltzers. I go, I don't even want the seltzers. So I get the seltzers and the water back. And I give him the $28 back. I go, he didn't even give me the right change.
Yeah.
And I give him the receipt. And then he closes the thing. And then alone, he's on the POS system himself. I'm not joking. Another 2.5 minutes. To the point where I knock. I go, can you just give me the 50 back that I gave you?
Because now you're mad because you're hungry, too.
I go, now we have been, I'm not kidding you, we were 34 minutes at the Wendy's because we looked at the clock. We couldn't believe it because I was so dead tired. I had a 2.5 hour drive ahead of me. We're there 34 minutes. And then the guy finally at the 2.5 minutes opens the door, gives me back a different crumpled 50. And he's like, I'm sorry about that. I'm like, hey man, don't even worry about it. I just drove away. But it took 34 minutes. The Monticello Wendy's that had 1.5 stars, that's why. Like, listen to the stars.
Oh my God!
The guy palmed it with he had grit. His hand looked like a fucking catcher's mitt. His hand skin was just so prepared for that oil.
Do you know how you could prevent that problem next time? Do you know how you could prevent that problem from ever happening again?
Eat it on the anta?
Go to HelloFresh.com. Put in the promo code.
Do we have a HelloFresh yet?
14 free meals. Hey babe, 14 promo code.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings. feelings, baby.